Minister, welcome here in the studio of Nation in Conversation at Nampo. It's exciting to have you here, and I'd like to hear your view on the conversation amongst the nation.
I must say that coming back to Nampo, it's also about reconnecting, seeing old friends. We celebrate the successes and the resilience of agriculture, even during that difficult time. We also honor those who left us within the sector as a result of COVID. So it's a sad moment, if one were to reflect on that, seeing how the sector is performing and it supports industries. That's what it's exciting.
Thank you. Francois, and I know you were very much part of the establishment of Nation in Conversation, and it's a very important action. It's a very important thing that we need to do to get to solutions to problems and to take agriculture forward.
So, I mean, it's only through communication and through building relationships. You cannot, with a stranger, enact on difficult conversation. There has to be some relationship building. And that's what we wanted to do. Ultimately, I mean, the end user, that's who we're caring for, right through the production process. And of course, we speak amongst each other, but what about our end users?
Yeah.
The ordinary housewife on a daily basis who clothes and feeds her children. Those are the people that we want to get to and tell them the story about agriculture. Derek, this year, obviously it went well within agriculture, for the last 2 years. But let me just give you this sane fact. Our four main commodities this year, maize, sunflower, soya and wheat, at the current levels, the price levels, and at the harvest that we're bringing in, it's bringing in 100 billion rand to South African economy.
Yeah.
Now, if you add the other, we have about 38 main commodities in South Africa, agri commodities. It nets 350 billion rand. It's become a huge money spinner within South Africa.
Driver of growth.
And of growth. It's one of the only industries where there was a net positive in employment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, agri has such an important role to play in South Africa, and especially as a defensive sort of mechanism in the last 3 years. So, and we're honoured. Our minister has taken the time and come here to engage with people. I wonder, which other ministers does that.
Yeah.
So it's a privilege and to show that
Actually,
we care
we've
for
had
it.
a bonus this year. It's not just the minister alone. We brought the whole ministry here and the head of the department. Deputy Minister Kapa, Deputy Minister Skwacha are also here in Nampo, Director General Ramasodi.
Yes.
And I think that shows the seriousness, but also the importance of the sector to government.
Francois, it's exciting to me because I've now been spending most of the day with the minister, and our conversation this morning was exactly around that, about getting to know each other, about getting to understand and getting to place agriculture in the hearts and minds of the people, of the consumers, of the people out there that eat a meal 3 times a day.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's just exciting. And that's why I say, the whole Nation in Conversation concept is something that I think we really need, and we need to drive it, and we need to find ways that we can actually use it to place agriculture in the forefront of the minds of the whole of the South African population.
So this week we're going to tackle difficult conversations, chemicals, the use of chemicals, because it's something we have to take up front. It's a serious issue which we really have to look at. We're looking at the economics. Koki Koeman is coming here. It's always exciting to see people coming here for the first time and hearing what their responses after they left. Somebody like Koki Koeman, who's one of our top investors in the country and advisors. And once they come here and how they leave, and the stories that they tell about Nampo and the agricultural sector. So, again, important issues we're
I would just
tackling.
like to say thank you, Francois, for the initiative. I know, as I said, I know that you were involved in it, right? When the concept was started, and thank you, Minister, for making the time and for joining the conversation. We really appreciate your time and we appreciate your efforts.
And this conversation this year is much calmer and nicer. I know that sometimes it can be a very heated conversation, but it's a very important one, as you say, because it's about our nation's understanding of the role of the sector, both in terms of food security, feeding the nation, but also bringing required income into the country in terms of the economy and the contribution of the sector into that economics.